Sabbath greetings to everyone. I hope your day has been a good one. I saw most of you on the Feast of Trumpets just yesterday, and let me just say I really enjoyed the Feast of Trumpets, all the fellowship, and certainly just always appreciate extra time with the brethren and being able to spend time together and be reminded of the powerful nature and the powerful lessons that we can learn from these holy days and what they picture for us and what they picture for the rest of the world. It is such a magnificent time of year. I know everyone's busy preparing for that physically, preparing for it spiritually, preparing for it in every way, and trying to really take in everything that these holy days have to offer. I certainly hope you're doing that. I'm trying to do that with all my heart, and here we have another Sabbath coming up here, and I look forward to seeing the brethren in Chicago this Sabbath, and of course it won't be long after that we'll be keeping the Day of Atonement. That's a day of rejoicing. Even though we afflict our souls, we still rejoice for what that day pictures. It's a necessary step in the plan of God of putting Satan the devil out, putting him out of the way, taking care of him and locking him away so he can deceive the nations no more. And we look very forward to that time to come. And then of course it won't be long after that and we'll have the opportunity to keep 8 full days of feasting at the Feast of Tabernacles in the Dells or wherever you're going to be. I know some of you will be in the Dells and some of you will be traveling all over the country and around the world. What a wonderful opportunity and blessing it truly is. I wanted to make mention of something since we have the opportunity to be feasting. It's the Feast of Tabernacles. And so that's a wonderful time. We're there to feast in so many different ways, and I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot about that in those 8 days, and we'll be thinking about that before we go as we think about our approach and our attitude and being prepared mentally, being prepared spiritually to have a magnificent Feast of Tabernacles. I heard my wife actually brought it to my attention that Boston, the city of Boston, is now providing breakfast and lunch for every student, regardless of their income level, and this is quote-unquote a free lunch. Well, you know, we've all heard the saying that there is no such thing as a free lunch. Well, I'm quite sure that this is certainly the case here. It's a very expensive program. Evidently, it's already been funded through a program, the federal budget, and it's already been something that is budgeted. But it just made me kind of consider, and I know there was talk going around that possibly even 3 meals were going to be provided for students in public schools. And so, you know, to me, it reminded me of the importance and how much I appreciate and how much I enjoy eating meals together. Even if it's just you and your spouse, maybe your kids are grown and out of the house, or maybe you have a family and you know, you've got kids growing up, and well, how important is mealtime? It's extremely important. And here we have another program that takes these children away from the opportunity. Of course, at lunchtime, most of the time in public school, they're going to be eating there. But to take even dinner away, you know, supper time or even breakfast, those types of things, and make that part of our government-funded program, it's amazing to me that those types of things are taking place. And you know, to think that those children are missing meals as a family. You know, I can remember, we didn't do it perfectly when I was growing up, but I certainly remember having meals together, being able to sit down together and talk about the day and talk about things that were on our mind, and taking that opportunity was very important. And you know, we see those things, and you know, sometimes my wife saw a response from somebody there in, I believe it was in the Boston area. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I'm pretty sure that she said that this was someone there in the Boston area where they were considering these 3 meals a day, and they said, "Oh, well, how convenient! That's wonderful. That's wonderful for parents. We won't have to worry about that anymore." And I'm just thinking, oh. You know, to think that that's a wonderful thing, that you're not even going to be able to sit down with your children after school and discuss their day and discuss their cares and things that are going well, things that may not be going so well. I cherish those times And we eat together in this home, and I hope you do too. I hope you take time to sit down and talk about the day and talk about what's going on in each other's lives. I mean, that is a wonderful part of the way we were created. We were created to need food, yes, but it's very enjoyable. It can be an enjoyable time to eat a meal together. We're going to have 8 days of that at the feast. And I hope, and it's my hope that I'll be able to do it, and it's my hope that you'll be able to do it, and all of us can do it. Sit down and break bread together. Eat meals with people you don't know. Invite people out. Have big meals together with other people, and break bread together and share parts of your life. You know, one of the things we read in the book of Acts, and I'll just look over here at the screen for just a minute, but in Acts, it's actually verse 2 and Acts 2 and verse 46. So continuing daily with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart. That's what they were doing in the early church, going house to house and breaking bread. That just means having a meal together, you know, spending time together. The feast is a magnificent opportunity. We're actually commanded to come before God and eat and rejoice and spend time together, break bread together. What an awesome opportunity. And I hate it that so much of this world has lost that tremendous benefit that's received from just breaking bread together, sitting down and eating a meal and sharing our lives with our kids and allowing our kids to share their lives with us. It's an important time. So I encourage you to do that as much as you possibly can, to spend that time together and eat together as a family. It's a wonderful time to discuss spiritual matters, to pray together, to talk about things that are going on and apply those things to God's Word and how we can use God's Word to solve the problems of this world and have those kind of discussions. It's awesome that we can do that. It's great. So anyway, I want to leave you with that, and I hope I get to break bread with some of you at the Feast of Tabernacles and even in the weeks ahead as we have opportunity. I look forward to that very much, and I hope you all have a tremendous Sabbath, just a wonderful Sabbath, a wonderful upcoming week. And we'll see some of you on the Day of Atonement, and then we'll see each other, some of us at the Feast of Tabernacles, and others we'll see after then. But I hope you have a magnificent Sabbath. Take care. I love you all. Take care.